let me say this message is not directed towards those who were the R word, or those that were faithful in a marriage but ended up contracting HIV, HPV, herpes, or something else like that. This message is not for you, and God bless you if you were born with HIV or some other kind of disease or whatever that was beyond your control. We just ask God just to keep you emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all aspects of your life, because being a faithful partner in a marriage, or being taken advantage of, or born with something, that is not your fault whatsoever at all. But to those who are sleeping around and constantly having sex outside of marriage and shacking and fooling with a married man or woman, justifying it in your head or whatever, you have to be willing and ready to live with the consequences if you get a deadly disease, or if you end up with somebody that tries to take your life or whatever, because there are sexual acts people are performing on people to trap them, to keep them connected to them. And we got to understand that everything is not about flesh. We are warned with flesh and blood because it's something spiritual out here. And sex, lust, masturbation, all of that stuff is a spiritual issue. That's a spiritual thing or whatever that keeps many of us bound and tied. And so just having open conversations with people that are totally honest and unafraid to have conversations with me or whatever. And I'm just going to be honest. Those who are even caught up in masturbation, they find themselves at work in the restroom, and I'm trying to be vulgar so people can understand, jacking off or ejaculating, okay? And so, and it brings irritability when people can't masturbate. And then with the porn or whatever, it creates this perverted sense of curiosity or whatever. And then it really affects people who are in marriages or whatnot. And people argue about this. Let me kind of like digress a little bit. People argue that, oh, we watch porn because it betters our sex life and all of this other kind of stuff. No, if you are a child of God, you proclaim to be a believer or a Christian or whatever, and you claim that you're living holy, you do not watch the body parts, sexual acts of other people or whatnot. That is not holy. That is not of God. What do I have to do with unbelievers? So this is for believers, but it will benefit unbelievers as well. And I'm not stupid. I know that temptation and lust or whatever is very real, and it's easier said than done to stop these things or whatever. And what does that have to do with HIV and sex and this, that, and the other? If you're masturbating, if you're watching pornography, your body is stimulated. And afterwards, soon afterwards, you're going to want to engage with a real person. But engaging just one time could cost you your health or your life. We're seeing so many people meeting up on these sex lines and getting connected, or chats and all of this other kind of stuff that they have on the internet, and meeting up with a murderer or whatever. We really have to be very careful. I don't care. Go wash some dishes, scrub a baseboard, run into place, whatever you have to do to keep your mind from just controlling your body or whatever. These thoughts or whatever can push us into another dimension sexually or whatever. And so I just want to really encourage somebody, if you are caught up, if you are just lusting over or whatnot, it's not always wise to grab a rose or some kind of sexual device to satisfy yourself, because pretty soon that's going to run out or whatever. Just keep praying, and keep trusting. Even if you fall or whatever, get back up and just try your best to just separate, from sexual sin. I didn't write this out or whatever, but it is in my heart that there is somebody, one, it's one decision away, one choice away, that's going to be the difference between life and death, life and health. So just remember, it's not the other person's fault if they don't tell you that they have this incurable disease. It's yours just as much as theirs, because you have a choice. And even with condoms on, you still can transmit or contract sexually transmitted diseases. And at the very least, I'm not encouraging sex before marriage, but the fact of the matter is, you do need to have the party you're going to engage with sexually, you need to have them tested before you have sex. Still wear condoms or whatever, because sometimes syphilis and HIV, herpes, all of this stuff, a lot of it is undetectable in the human body until the viral load, builds up or whatever. So, and some people, it's undetected for months or years and stuff like that, contrary to what you've been told or heard or whatever. Just please protect yourself spiritually so that you will protect yourself physically. Be blessed. Please, please, please stop engaging in adulterous affairs and stop having sex outside of marriage if God has graced you to still be clean and free of disease and free of deadly drama. Be blessed.